Welcome to Veronica's Journal, where we talk about spirituality, psychology, mental health, and everything in between. So together we evolve as a community that's unstoppable. My name's Veronica, and today we'll be diving deep into the dark side of being the strong one. Why strong people suffer in silence. Let's get started. You know what nobody talks about? The dark side of being the strong one. Everyone praises you for it. They admire your resilience, right? They say things like, oh, you're so strong, or I don't know how you do it. But no one ever asks what it costs you, actually. Because being the strong one isn't just like a personality trait. For a lot of us, it was survival. And the truth is, strength can become a prison. A lot of strong ones didn't choose that role. We were assigned it. Maybe you were the responsible child. Maybe you had to grow up too fast. Or maybe your emotions weren't safe to express. Maybe you learned early that if you fell apart, no one was coming to catch you. So you adapted. You became capable. You became composed. You became the one everyone leans on. And somewhere along the way, people stopped seeing you as human. They started seeing you as stable, reliable, unshakable. But strong doesn't mean unbreakable, you know? And this is where the dark side creeps in. And when you're the strong one, people assume you don't need support ever. They assume you're fine. They assume you'll figure it out, right? So when you're hurting, you do it quietly. You cry in private. You process alone. You rebuild without applause. Because that's what you've always done, right? Over time, you become hyper independent. But here's something most people, they don't realize this. Sorry, I can't talk today. Hyper independence is often a trauma response. It is. It's what happens when you learn that vulnerability wasn't safe. It's what happens when asking for help led to disappointment. So you stopped asking. You became self-sufficient to the point where receiving feels uncomfortable now. And that's the paradox. The strong one is often the most exhausted one. That's the most exhausted person in the room. You're most of the times the emotional container for everyone else. Friends vent to you. Family relies on you. Partners lean on you. And when you need someone, you hesitate because you don't even know how to fall apart anymore. And let's talk about something even deeper now. Strong people, they seem to attract predators. Predators. That might sound strange, but it's true. It's true. People who are manipulative, narcissistic, or emotionally immature are often drawn to strong, capable individuals. Why? Because you're stable, you're patient, you're understanding, and you can handle chaos. And predators love someone who can tolerate dysfunction. Ain't that true? They see your strength not as something to honor, but something to use. You become the fixer. You see potential. You see their wounds. You see what someone could become. It's that hope. And you try to help. But helping turns into overextending. Overextending turns into self-neglect. And suddenly, your strength is feeding someone else's weakness. That's the dark side. Being the strong one often means you're the last person to be rescued. You don't get saved. You save yourself. Over and over and over and over again. And here's the loneliness no one talks about. When you are the one being always strong, people don't know how to show up for you. They don't. They either will try to compete with you or depend on you or assume you don't need them. It's very few people who know how to support someone who appears solid. It's true. So you start feeling isolated, even when you're surrounded by people. You might have a lot of connections. Doesn't matter, but not a lot of emotional safety with them. And that isolation can become familiar, even comfortable. Sadly. Because at least when you're alone, no one's draining you. But being alone because you choose peace is different from being alone because you don't trust anyone to hold you. That's the difference. You see, there's a difference between strength and armor. Strength is flexible, armor is rigid. Strength allows tears, armor suppresses them. Strength says, I can handle this. Armor says, I have to handle this alone. A lot of strong people are actually very heavily armored. And the armor gets heavier and heavier. You start feeling tired in ways that sleep doesn't fix. You start feeling emotionally numb. You start questioning why you attract people who take but rarely ever give. And here's something powerful to understand. You were strong because you had to be. You didn't have a choice. But you don't have to stay in survival mode forever. It's okay to unlearn the role. It's okay to let people see you unsure, to let them see you overwhelmed, to let them see you human. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you balanced. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who never fall or fall. They're the ones who allow themselves to be supported. And that might feel foreign to you right now. Receiving might feel awkward. You might feel guilty when someone does something for you. You might even push away healthy people at times because you don't know how to be not the leader or the fixer or the strong one. But healing often begins when the strong one admits, I'm tired. And that's not failure. That's honesty. And here's the shift. Being strong doesn't mean carrying everyone. Okay? It means knowing your limits. It means not bending over backwards and not doing nothing for yourself. It means protecting your energy. It means choosing relationships where support flows both ways. Relationships that nurture you. You don't have to abandon your strength. Just soften it. Okay? Let it breathe. Let it include you. Don't forget about yourself. Because here's the truth. The strong one deserves rest too. The strong one deserves protection as well. The strong one deserves to be poured into as well. Not just poured out all the time. And if no one has told you this lately, let me tell you this. You are allowed to need. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to not have it all together at all times. And the people who can't handle that, those people were benefiting from your overfunctioning. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them. Let yourself evolve. Because your next level of strength isn't harder. Not at all. It's softer. And softer doesn't mean soft as in fragile, like it's going to fall apart. It means whole, not hard. And this brings us to the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps spread the message. And subscribe if you haven't yet. And have a beautiful day. Love y'all. Take care.